Hey Raccoons, Mr. Curtis here, and we're here to talk about evacuations when it comes to our safety routines and procedures here at Oconomowoc High School. So listen up. There are 3 reasons why we may have to evacuate the building in the course of the day or an after-school event. The first one is a possible fire. The fire alarm is going off and we need to head out. Second one is that we have a severe weather warning and there's a threat of severe weather or a tornado en route to Oconomowoc High School and we have to seek shelter immediately. And the third is an unknown reason where myself or someone in charge will come in over the loudspeaker saying we need to leave the building for whatever reason. So let's break that down. When we have to leave our classrooms due to an evacuation, the first thing that we should do is make sure that everybody knows where they're going. Take a look at the map by your door to indicate where you go, whether it's a fire, an emergency location, or a severe weather location. Next thing we do is we make sure that red bag is grabbed. That has our attendance and all the things that we need to get through the evacuation. Then the third thing we do is report to where we need to go. So let's break that down. If the fire alarm is going off and we need to evacuate, we grab our red bag and we go to our location outside the building as quickly and as safely as possible. We go all the way away from the road so emergency responders can get in. If we're heading to a severe weather shelter location, we're again looking at the map on where we need to go. We're reporting to that location that is in the building somewhere, no windows, bottom floor, and we are waiting for further direction until that storm has passed. And the third one is that we would leave the building for any other emergency situation and we'd be given a direction on where to go. Typically, this would be to our rally points. That would be the softball field, Ruck Stadium, or the tennis courts. Again, each classroom will have their own assigned location. This is the initial thing that we do when we evacuate. However, there may be circumstances where maybe our safe route out of the building during a fire alarm is not accessible and we have to reroute where we go. Always pay attention to adults who are wearing green vests or first responders who might give you more information. Once you get to your safe location, hang tight. Your teacher or somebody in your class will have a sign that says the teacher's name. We'll take attendance and then the teacher or somebody in the class will help out, maybe someone tall, will hold up a sign that says a green card or a red card. Red indicates we have a missing raccoon. Green card indicates we're all safe and present for. We'll be going around doing attendance checks as we work through the safety routine and procedures. We'll practice evacuations quite a few times this year, typically once a month for fire and then in the spring for an evacuation for severe weather. And those are our evacuation procedures. You may have questions. Feel free to enter them to the back channel and then pay attention to these important questions that always come up.
What if I'm told to evacuate while I'm in the bathroom?
Good question. Finish up what you need to do. If the fire alarm is going off, that indicates there's a fire in the building. You need to get out as soon as possible. Get out the closest exit. If it is a severe weather situation, again, assess where you are. If you're on the 2nd floor, finish up, get down to the ground floor. Try to find your class if you can. If you're already in the bathroom on the 1st floor, your best bet is to just stay there as that is a safe location during a severe weather event.
What do I do if the situation happens when it's during passing period?
We've had that. If during passing period there is a tornado warning, you will be indicated, teachers, support staff will be out there indicating where to go. Again, you want to be on the 1st floor away from windows, probably head into the tunnel. And then if the fire alarm is going off during a passing period, again, exit the building as quickly as possible and then wait for directions from a staff member indicating where to go. When we've had this happen in the past, we've directed everybody to a rally point, specifically Ruck Stadium, and then worked through a reunification process with a class that you had previously in the day so we can assess who's here and who's not here. Again, just wait for an announcement from myself, from any adult with a green vest. They'll tell you what to do next. It may be uncomfortable, but the most important thing is during a fire situation, get out of the building. During a severe weather situation, you want to find a safe spot to go.
How do we know it's safe to return to our classes?
Very good question. Just because the fire alarm stops ringing doesn't mean it's safe to walk into the building. You want to listen for the all clear, all clear. That'll be your indication that it's safe to return to our classrooms.
What happens if my exit route is blocked?
If your exit route is blocked, this is why it's important to know your entire building and where the exits are as far as in relation to your classroom. So, again, if your entrance or exit is blocked, just find a new way out. Again, 1,600 people are going to be leaving the building, so chances are someone may have information ahead of you that tells you where to go, and then follow that information as best you can. Again, adults are wearing green vests, and they'll help you problem solve through the situation that might arise.
What should I do if the fire alarm goes off during severe weather?
And we've had that before as well. If the fire alarm goes off and there's severe weather outside, obviously don't go outside. wait for directions over the loudspeaker. That's why it's incredibly important that every time you hear that ding come on and there's going to be a loudspeaker announcement, you stop what you're doing and you listen for the information that's coming through that loudspeaker so you know exactly what to do. But don't go outside in severe weather, even if the fire alarm goes off. We have routines and safety procedures in place around that exact scenario. You just need to listen for those directions.
What do we do if we're at a football game or some sporting event?
Yeah, football, concert, all that. Severe weather, emergencies might happen outside of 7:20 to 2:40. Again, look for the adults that are working the games. We always have game managers, we have associate principals, and myself at our major events, and we are monitoring situations, and we will indicate to the crowd what the best course of action to do based off the emergency situation happening. So always pay attention, trust in those adults, and listen for the details of what you should do to stay safe.